Let's send an email. Let's walk through an example of how you send an email and how it flows through the concepts we've already discussed. IP addresses. Every device involved in the email communication, including your computer and the mail server, has an IP address. Let's assume your computer's IP address is 192.168.0.2, and the mail server's IP address is 203.0.113.10. DNS, Domain Name System. You compose an email using your email program, and you specify the recipient's email address as recipient@example.com. Your email program needs to translate the domain name example.com to the corresponding IP address using DNS. It sends a DNS message to the DNS server, which responds with the IP address of the mail server associated with example.com. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Your email client initiates an SMTP connection with the mail server using its IP address. It uses the SMTP protocol to communicate with the mail server. The SMTP protocol defines how email messages are transmitted and delivered. Your email client establishes a TCP connection to the mail server. LAN, WAN, and routing. If your computer and the mail server are on the same LAN, the email traffic may not leave the local network. However, if they are on different networks, such as your computer being on a home network and the mail server on a remote network, the email traffic would flow through routers and potentially the internet. Routers analyze the destination IP address, 203.0.113.10, and determine the appropriate path to deliver the email. Firewalls. Both your computer and the mail server may have firewalls in place. Firewalls monitor the network traffic and apply security rules. They allow SMTP traffic to pass through from your computer to the mail server while protecting against unauthorized access and potential threats. Email transmission. Your email client sends the message to the mail server using the SMTP protocol. The mail server receives the email and processes it further. It performs various checks, such as verifying the sender's identity, scanning for spam or malware, and determining the recipient's email server. DNS again. If the recipient's email server is on a different domain, the mail server performs DNS lookup to determine the IP address of the recipient's email server. It uses the domain of the recipient, for example, recipient@example.com, to query the DNS server and obtain the IP address. Delivery to recipient. Once the recipient's email server is determined, the sender's mail server establishes an SMTP connection with the recipient's mail server. It delivers the email message using the SMTP protocol. The recipient's mail server receives the email, stores it in the appropriate mailbox, and may send a notification to the recipient's email client or device. Through this process, your email travels from your computer to the recipient's mail server, passing through IP addresses, DNS lookups, SMTP communication, LAN and WAN routing, and potentially firewalls. These concepts and protocols work together to ensure the successful transmission and delivery of your email across the network.
Thank you for listening. The slides for this presentation are available for download, so you can read them if you need to. Until next time.